What's up? It's Hallie. Welcome back to our castle walls. Pardon me just a moment. I was less prepared to start than I thought I was. Oh god. Well, we last left off. Festival stuff. And now we're walking home together again. Nodding once again as my feelings are consistently inconsistent, we begin the journey to my house. Oh, my cursor's there. Goodbye, cursor. 15 minutes later... That felt like one of the longest walks I've ever had in my life. While the walk may have been silent between me and her, my mind was racing the entire time. It felt a little bit tiring, to be honest. But we made it, and I am both ready and not ready for what's about to happen. I still can't believe Sari talked me into this. At my door, while I'm unlocking and opening it, Yuri speaks up.
So, what's so important that I need to be brought here?
I turn around to face her once again. It's becoming more difficult for my thoughts to be put into words. Please, just wait here real quick. I'll be right back. With that, I quickly turn around and rushed up to my room. Not long after, I return to where she is, bag in hand. I can't tell if I'm shaking or trembling over the fact that this is actually happening. She looks at me inquisitively. I got you something that I think you would like from when I was gone yesterday. From the bag, I nervously pull out a stuffed toy elephant and present it to her. Her eyes light up and she lightly gasps at what she sees. Gently taking it from me, she stares at it for a second and uses her right thumb to feel its texture. A genuine smile shows up as she closes her eyes and holds it close to her chest and neck. I can't help but smile at how happy she is now.
Thank you, Hallie. I love it.
I can't move, as I feel stuck in this dreamlike stance. All I can do is nervously laugh at her. I thought you would like it. I saw one that was a big red dog and I thought you'd like. But I remembered you said you really like elephants, so... How do I ask her the big question, though?
You're very thoughtful, Hallie.
Yuri takes a step closer to me, grabs a hold of my hand, and briefly grasps it.
I really like that about you.
Time stops. My heartbeat increases. Life feels surreal. All these feelings I had back when I went to the lake by myself. I think they're starting to make more sense. It's all starting to come to me now. Yuri, there's so much I like about you. She seems slightly taken aback as our fingers mesh into perfect harmony and my eyes meet hers. I'm really happy with how close me and you have become ever since we first met. What I said 2 days ago about you being the most wonderful and beautiful person I've ever met, it still holds true to this day. I just feel honored to know someone like you. She doesn't seem to react. My grip on her slowly becomes tighter. I can't stop now. I really like being around you, talking to you, everything that we do in the club. It all makes me really happy, and I don't want it to stop here, so I take a second to try my hardest to think of what I want to say. I was wondering if I could be not only your date to the festival, but if I could be your princess. She stays silent for a while, but ends up laughing to herself. But why?
Hallie, I thought I was the girl here.
It takes a while for me to realize what exactly I said. Both of us laugh over my mishap for a bit until Yuri snorts out of laughter and covers her face with both her hands. Oh, I thought I was the girl who... Wait, I mean... Another laughing fit ensues. Catching our breath takes a while, but when we're calmed down, both us and time stop yet again. Yuri walks up to me, wraps her arms around me, and speaks gently in my ear.
I do.
Oh, look at this wholesome hug right here. All I can do is tightly hug her back and bury my head in her shoulder in response to her voice ringing through my whole body. A familiar yet welcoming lavender scent makes itself known upon embrace. Being in the arms of a princess feels absolutely surreal. I can't help but feel a spike of excitement after realizing how everything turned out. This is the best feeling in the world. Just knowing that she's mine and I'm hers now makes me never want this moment to end. Life can only look up from here. I start gripping her back a little harder and breathing more slowly, as if to stay in this moment forever. Our embrace comes to an end as we both look at each other and I take a hold of her hand this time, still blushing. Tomorrow's gonna be the best festival ever.
Mm-hmm. But we still have to write for it.
Yeah, you're right.
I should probably head home now.
Okay.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. You really don't want to go, huh?
Go already.
You first.
I want to watch you until you're safely inside, okay?
My blush increases. Okay, then. Walking over to my door, I stop myself after opening it slightly, take a deep breath, and turn around to face Yuri. Thanks again for having me, Yuri. I turn around, enter, and close the door, all in less than a second.
Thank you, my darling.
We couldn't have heard that. We were inside. Later that night. Aw, geez. My head hurts a lot after all that writing, but I finally got my poem for tomorrow done. I have a feeling that everyone will like it, especially Yuri. At one point in time during, comma, she had texted me telling me thanks for everything about today, to which I replied basically the same thing. Laying my head down on my desk now, I relax for a bit and think about everything that happened today. The idea of writing to my parents to let them know what's been going on comes to mind, and that doesn't really sound that bad. Maybe I'll get around to that before bed. What? Huh? Oh, just my phone again. Quickly grabbing and flipping open my phone shows a text from Monica. What could she want?
Hey, Hallie. I'm almost done making the pamphlets for the festival tomorrow. Could you send me the final draft of your poem for tomorrow so I can finish my job?
Monica's making me really confused. Better text her back, I guess. Wait, so you want me to text you my entire poem? Sent. While I'm waiting for a response, I pull out another piece of paper. But the moment I put my pencil on the paper... Huh? Oh, that was fast.
Yeah, that would be great.
Oh boy, here goes nothing. 3 minutes later, it's all sent over and my hands are tired. Flip phones are so weird when it comes to texting. I ended up having to send her X different messages due to the 160 character limit. Oh god. After a while, she sends up texting me back.
Great, thanks again. Just so you know, I got to read yours already and I like where things are going. Winky face.
Oh boy, does she know already? Probably not, but eventually she will. Disregarding my phone for now and grabbing my pencil, there's more important matters at hand. I can't wait to tell my parents about my new girlfriend. Girlfriend. That word just sounds and feels so much more pleasant now, knowing who I'm associating it with. I can't help but put on a dumb smile as I begin writing to my parents. Dear Mom and Dad. Chapter 7, The Festival! The cursed day is here. Monday, October 11th, 7 a.m. Fun fact, the Japanese Culture Festival is always held in November. What? Slowly rising from bed, rubbing the sleep out of my eyes and trying to adjust my eyesight to everything, I can't help but already feel that something is off. No, not that. Missing. Squinting at my alarm clock shows 7:01. I forgot to set my alarm. Not on festival day. Being brought to life in a panicked fashion, I quickly hop out of bed and practically jog to my bathroom to take a quick bath. Once that's all done, and also getting dressed as fast as I can, I rush downstairs and quickly get one bowl of cereal ready. Yes, that's right, one. I'm in too much of a hurry. I really don't want it to be any later than I will be. By eating as fast as I am, I'm probably gonna get the hiccups later on today, but that's an acceptable loss, I guess. Somebody starts knocking on the door as soon as I place my bowl in the sink to take care of for later. What? This early? Who could that be? Grabbing my backpack from the couch and opening my front door, it's Yuri? She has the banner we made all rolled up with her. As we stare at each other for a bit, I'm at a loss of words. 4 words is the phrase.
Hi, Hallie.
Not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting this. Yuri! I scratch my head out of confusion. Good morning? She giggles a little bit before speaking up.
And to you too.
I can't help but smile, but also feel a bit surprised by how upbeat she's acting. Is she a morning person or something? What's going on?
Well, I was hoping that we could walk to school together. Now that we're...
I think I get what she's getting at. With a smile on my face, I step out the door and take her hand in mine before she can finish her sentence. I would like that. The sight and feeling of this moment is picture perfect. Her smile becomes more genuine and her hand feels as gentle as I remember. Without another word, we both set off to school. My concern for being late has gone down, all thanks to her. It's as nice out as I would like for it to be. It's partly sunny, and while the breeze is very light, it's not too chilly outside. Today's going to be a very interesting day. It'll still be a full day with a lunch period, but every club in the school gets their chance throughout the day to prepare whatever is needed for the festival afterwards. Except for our club, which has to set up the event right after last period. The school grounds look a bit different today. The courtyard is covered in all sorts of flowers that weren't there before. Red salvia, yellow lilies, green carnations, blue hibiscus, and purple hydrangea make for a pleasant sight and smell. But it doesn't take away this irrational fear I've felt nearly the whole walk here, mainly about if one of our club members sees me and Yuri like this. I mean, it's nothing to be ashamed of, right? Maybe I'm just unsure of what their reactions will be. I'm sure Natsuki would have some choice words, but they'll all find out eventually, may as well just accept it. As me and Yuri come closer and closer to the students approaching the school, her hand carefully breaks away from mine and both ours go back to ourselves. It's like she read my mind or something. I look over at her and give her a genuine smile, as if to say, "Don't worry, I understand why." Carefully looking around shows none of our club members in sight. I guess we got lucky. Stepping inside the school and making our way to my locker, a few students look at me and Yuri walking together for a little bit for whatever reason. Surprisingly enough, it's not bothering me too much. Maybe it's to be expected or something. Once we're at my locker and I'm all ready for the day, Yuri speaks up again.
Hallie, remember what I said about lunchtime a few days ago?
It takes some searching back in my memory banks, but I think I got it. Yeah, you said to just leave everything of mine in the classroom, right? Her warm smile never leaves.
Yes, you remembered. I'll be here around that time, okay?
I happily nodded her. I'll see you then. Departing from each other to go our separate ways, I can't help but think about how different today's going to be. 3 p.m. And I was most definitely right. There was a weird anticipation, excitement, whatever the word is, for today going on in my head that made focusing on classes borderline impossible. Luckily, the teachers were pretty chill today and barely any assignments were handed out. Lunchtime with Yuri today was a success. She kept things really simple with a PB&J and apples for us. It's probably because there will be food stands for us when we get to enjoy the festival together. As I'm leaving my math class and making my way towards the clubroom, the excitement about today has become more intense, like it's running through my entire body or something. Approaching and entering the clubroom shows the actual usual scene, but it's a little bit different due to what today is. Natsuki is at a desk near the closet with a huge tray of cupcakes. Yuri is over by the chalkboard with the rolled up banner. Sayori's messing around with something, I'm not sure what, because Monica is currently obstructing my vision.
Hi, Hallie. Glad to see you can make it.
Her silliness makes me smile. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Good. How are you feeling about today?
I can feel my smile slowly going away. Not gonna lie, I'm a bit nervous about how everything's gonna turn out.
Hey, don't worry about it, bud. Everything's gonna be just fine. Don't forget, I'll be here in case something happens.
Didn't Yuri say something like that yesterday? Yesterday. Oh hey, how did visiting Sayori's place go yesterday? Monika's expression immediately changes to one of unamusement.
Oh dear lord, I am never going to that girl's house again. Girls with an apostrophe, please.
What? I thought Sayori was supposed to be the cool cat around here. Oops, maybe I shouldn't have said that out loud. Looking around for a little bit shows nobody noticed, much to my relief.
And not when she eats all my snacks that I brought for myself. That girl's stomach is endless, I swear. And I forgot the apostrophe again, oh goodness.
That's not very nice.
And she goes dancing around her house when we were watching the opera and almost broke my printer. Like, for real, who dances to an opera?
Heh, that sounds exactly like something Sayori would do. Now that I think about it, I don't think I really saw what she's doing. Taking a moment to direct my vision towards her, she's... Hey Monika, what's she doing? Monika looks over to what Sayori is doing as well.
She's just placing the pamphlets down for our guests to read today.
Neat. I think I'll go take a look at one real quick. Not even taking 2 steps away from Monika, and she manages to grab onto my arm to stop me in place.
Just know that you'd spoil yourselves with everyone's poems for today if you were to check them out.
Now that she mentions that, I think I'd rather those be a surprise for me. That's when I give her a nod out of acknowledgement. Alright, thanks for telling me. Her smile makes a return.
No problem.
She's now giving me that one, whatever it's supposed to be look.
I'm sure a certain someone here could really use your help right about now.
Oh, I bet she's talking about... Checking out the chalkboard once again, I can only guess that Yuri is lost in thought over something. The thought of getting to help her out with decorating the room is pretty exciting. Right, I'll see you around. Without even acknowledging what kind of face Monika is giving me, I walk over to Yuri to see what she's up to. This weird nervousness to talk to her that I felt on my second day of the club is showing up, probably due to the fact that she's my girlfriend now. I guess viewing her this way and having it be real is a bit surreal. Hey, everything okay over here? She looks over to me and gingerly smiles.
Hello, Hallie. All is well. I was just picturing how the banner would look across the board.
Huh, now I'm kind of curious. Looking over to the chalkboard and then over to the banner. It looks like it'll be just long enough to cover the width of the chalkboard. Huh?
Shall I get started on decorating the room?
I really want to take her hand to show how happy I am to get this done, but the others might call us out about it, so all I can do is smile at her. That sounds great. What's the first thing to do? Brandishing her ever so lovely smile, she reaches into her bag and pulls out 4 candles of the same kind, 2 things of tape, a lighter, some black paper, and sets everything on the closest desk. I tried to read that as closet, but it didn't work out.
Did you remember to bring the door curtain?
I sure did. I proceed to take all 7 parts of my door curtain out of my backpack to show her.
Excellent. Please place that on this desk and take one of the rolls of tape. The first thing we will do is set up the banner properly.
I happily nod. Good idea.
Next, we'll have you set up your door curtain while I take care of the candles in the corners of the room. I remembered what you said about how the room would look scary without any kind of lighting, so I thought it would be best if this was done before covering the windows with the black paper.
She remembered that. This girl's amazing. Now I'm the one who's blushing. I make sure my eyes meet hers now. Thank you, Yuri. That's very sweet of you. She looks away and blushes for the more times than I can count time and giggles to herself. With that, we both grab a chair and bring them towards the chalkboard. Carefully grabbing a hold of one corner of the banner, we bring it up together and mess around with trying to tape it to the chalkboard. The paper's texture throws me off a little bit, but it's nothing I can't get used to. At least the tape still sticks to it. As soon as I make sure my upper half is all secure and not going anywhere, I decide to look beside me since I'm higher up, so I can get a good view of what's going on. Natsuki's preparing the cupcakes at one of the desks. Sayori's making sure everything looks right. Monika is supervising everything. I can't help but quietly laugh to myself for thinking that the club president and me are overlooking everything, as if she's unknowingly sharing her power or something.
Holly, all finished up?
Wah! Yuri breaking my trance snaps me back into reality and also makes me lose my balance. Extending both my arms forward to try regaining my balance barely does anything, as I can feel myself falling backwards. Closing my eyes and feeling the embarrassment of everything already hit me, something firm takes a hold of my back and prevents me from falling any further. Embarrassment inside me is replaced by confusion, and then my fight-or-flight response kicks in as I manage to grab a hold of the edge of the chalkboard to bring myself upright. Taking a deep breath and looking around shows Yuri by my side. Was it her that did that? And stepping down from the chair, I look at her with a somewhat guilty look. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. That's when, by my surprise, it would be to your surprise, she walks up to me and puts a hand on my shoulder.
It's okay. I've got your back. But do try to be more careful next time.
Even when she's looking out for me like this, it makes me smile pretty much every time. Understood. Let me take care of the bottom of my side and I'll be all done.
Of course.